I was talking to my painting teacher, Joe Paquette, who's really a rock star. And I was saying, like, man, it's like you can draw, but it's like the difficulty is because you become highly attuned to sensitivity. You become so sensitive, or realizing that your drawing almost disqualifies itself because it doesn't reach this level of what you feel is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks good and everything, but it's like this idea of like, gosh, I missed. And it's just like this one miss of like, oh, the value got too dark there. I got too dark with that line, and that cancels it out or something. And so there's this sensitivity that is like, it's a fragile skill set almost, like this sensitivity of being sensitive when you draw something or when you render something. And it's just it's difficult. So for me it becomes way more difficult to create because I have this this level that I'm trying to create at, and it doesn't always happen. Or I do something that I think is great or really resonating, and then I put it up, and maybe I have to come back 2 hours later and look at it, and then I realize, it sucks, whatever, But I'm saying it's a whole exploration and a discovery of, of just drawing. I mean, I find myself I have basically fallen in love with drawing because I've drawn more than I've done anything.
Yeah.
And because I did storyboards for 35 years, and that just taught me drawing everything in any angle. So you're constructing a scene from the ground up. It's like, hey, this guy, these four clowns are running out of this FedEx truck dribbling a basketball in China. It's like, okay, so you draw that. And it's like, okay, then they run in this building. So there's all this drawing foundation of the last 35 years that really in the last 3 brought me back to drawing and say, you know what, I'm going to develop as a painter. But what I love the most, what I'm more fascinated with, is drawing. And so it's me just I'm just drawing and drawing and drawing. And so that's kind of been the focus. If you look at my feed, it's all drawing. And then the blue line is the same thing. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just working out. I'm trying to create something that, you know what I mean? It just feels right. And so it's like,
awesome.
It's like life. It gives me life as I create. You know what I mean? It's like you create, you build that up, and you just start. You're on fire in one sense. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I totally understand, and that's what I think is encouraging, and I think it's your drawings are inspiring a lot of people to draw more, which is good. Awesome. And that's what's cool about it is, that's what I love about social media is, in some ways, it's just, oh man, I can't stand it. And sometimes it's so tempting, to like, I'm actually working on myself to just stay away from things. Like, exactly. I don't want to do it anymore because it's just a bummer. There's so much like negativity, but with all the negativity that comes with it, the cool thing about everything is stuff like this, stuff like artists that now we're able to share and give and receive, and because this is a new era of it's never been like that. It is, and it's so easily accessible now to like reach out to somebody and talk to somebody, and if you're not an asshole, you respond to other people, and it's I get just as much out of like I make it a goal. I know you do this as well, but I make it a goal to basically respond to every single person that writes me or even likes my stuff or anything. Absolutely. Because that's, you don't have to like go out of your way to like my artwork or, but it's such a cool time to be being an artist because there's just, I can like I love Instagram. There's so many awesome artists on there. I know. The problem is I'll find this awesome artist and I'll just be looking at this stuff for way too long. It's like there's just so much out there now. It's just crazy. Yeah. It's like like when I was growing up, I was obsessed. I think I've probably told you this before, but my dad actually grounded me one time from drawing because it was too extreme. He took me to the movies and I brought a sketch pad and started drawing while we're at the movies, and he was like, "No, you got to take a break."
Right. Awesome.
But I think about it. If I was a kid the same kid, but now, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Right.
I can only imagine the kind of artist I would be now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Because
same. Yeah.
So much more opportunity for people now to like learn and see things like what we do at Schoolism.
Right.
It's the coolest thing.
Approachable.
Yeah.
Everybody. I mean, back at, in the 80s when I got out of art school in 83, got a job in New York City drawing storyboards for Gem Studio, and it was like, you had to pick up a black book to see somebody's work. Yeah. And you couldn't reach out to them. You never saw them. You didn't know what people were doing. Now it's like people are creating. Yeah. People are creating. I mean, see, that's the beauty of life. The beauty of life isn't politics. That sucks the life out of you. What I'm trying to focus on is I say, I want to stare at something beautiful. I want to draw something beautiful. I'm like trying to be purposeful of focusing on beauty because that fuels my soul. Mm-hmm. If you get in this crap with like, and you're just, you just like suck. You just bring yourself down, Yeah. It's like, you just go look at a sunset, go stare at the sky. I mean, I lived in New York City and I would walk like this for times. I'd be so down. And I finally look up at the sky and go, ah. Yeah. So that's what breaking from social media is. It's a breath of fresh air. Go look at a tree. Go look at a flower. Go look at a sunset. Look at a shadow. Yeah. Just see something beautiful and create from that realm. But basically, social media is super cool in that sense. That's the redemption of social media. And then it becomes a tricky thing where it's like, hey, stay off social media. It's like, stay off for a day. Try to not go on for a day. That's really tough. And it's like, what has happened?
Yeah.
What has happened?
I saw this, Catch new episodes of Face the Truth Podcast every Monday and make sure to like and subscribe.